Sup, laddies, my name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku Had the Powers of Absorption. So, it's like the Absorbing Man, but with way more powerful. He can not just absorb, like, materials into himself, he also can absorb, like, basically emotions, like, of his own. So, every time he gets sad or mad, it makes him, like, way stronger. But it's the... Please be quiet, Cassie, Thor! So, yeah. So, the... Yeah. And for... Yeah. So, it's the dogs that are... Yeah. So, now let's begin. It's like Absorbing Man, but with the... Yeah. Nuclear touch, basically. Every time he touches, like, when he uses his powers of his anger, when he's at full power, he can blast supersonic explosions. And it's just explosions, not the nuclear part where it's like nuclear waste stuff. So, yeah. So, and please leave a like, share, subscribe before this video starts. So, yeah. And now let's jump right into the what if. So, I am adding Zumi into this what if. So, that's a little hint. So, yeah. Not very obvious. And it is crazy. So, I know that some of you guys are saying, like in the comments below, wait, what the heck? And like everything else. So, let's begin. And with the Zuko and Zumi been born. And the Zuko ends up being like, you know, how Zuko is. And hold on, I'm gonna mute myself real quick. Sorry about that. So yes, the Zuko and Zumi were born. And yeah. So yeah. And Zuko was a happy kid until like age of 4, and the quirk doctor tells him that he's quirkless and he can't become a hero. And Zumi can become a hero because she has a quirk, and you know, as it begins, as his parents abandon him, that doesn't help him. As the All for One recruited him. Hold on, just one more thing. Sorry about that. Yeah. So yeah, All for One sees so much potential in Zuko Midoriya that even that even like yeah. So he basically, instead of joining the UA, he joins the League of Villains. His sister joins the Heroes. Yeah. So she's still like kind of sad that her brother isn't joining. He must have He must have gone to Quarkla school. And Zuko's powers. When All for One recruited him to the League of Villains, as Zuko's always gets big because he can absorb his own emotions and others. So when he puts his team on, or when they put him on the League of Villains' team, he's absorbing so much power that even his own body can't handle it without. And he's so it was a time skip to 15, yeah. And then the USJ incident, or during the USJ, the students of class 1A and 1B shows up at the same time. And so then they walk in, they get ambushed by none other than League of Villains. But Zumi was shocked when she saw her own brother on the villain side. As the leader of the League of Villains told him you'll be standing on the sidelines. If things get hairy, then you'll release your quirk, or your power, should I say, Zuko. As they're like, wait, what powers does he have? As anime explosions. So I am not gonna. First of all, the team. Where is it? Hey, there it is. A whole class 1A. Hey, and 1B is shocked. Wait, you were talking about your brother's quirkless. Why is he there? Because in this universe, there's quirkless, quirked, and then there's powers. As Zumi looks over, something tells me from the beginning, as Zumi remembers something told me that he's the most dangerous one. Really? As Bakugo was like, really? He's just as quirkless kid. As then things got hairy about really fast, and because All Might showed up and he killed the Nomu. I know in the anime he didn't do that, but he accidentally missed and hit the Nomu's brain and destroyed it. And yeah, as Shiraki-san's like, Zuko? Who? I'm on it. As Kirigiri knows what Zuko's about to do, as he teleports Shiraki-san away. Here comes explosion. As Zuko comes in, and with his hand stretched out, as he touched the ground, as a big explosion happened. It was bigger than like that kind of explosion. Yeah, not the like little fireworks. As it was pretty massive explosion, as the students, everybody ran out before. Pro heroes were like, oh crud, well boom! As everyone was like, or Zuko's like, it feels so good to be me. As everyone can't believe the explosions. Like they looked at him as he walks right out of it without a single scratch on him. As Zumi, Bakugo, Todoroki, Class 1A, Class 1B saw the devastation, and they turned and looked at Zuko Midoriya as as Zuko's like, it feels so good to let it out of my system. System 44. System 45. Yeah. As Zuko just straight up walks. Because how devastating it was, it left a mark on the entire world. As All Might was underneath a rubble. Because with a big explosion, and Zuko's like, quirkless, useless, is not in my category. As everyone looked at Zuko, or actually, they thought no one survived, but Zuko came out unharmed. Like, you could not even you could not even see any bruise or anything like that. He was just unharmed, and as Kirigiri picks him up, As he's like, huh, how did that perform? Well, pretty good. And as All For One commented, as the the he, yeah. Plus, Shiraki-sen's like, yeah, that's pretty powerful, Zuko. Having someone with a power instead of a quirk, on our side is like a death sentence to everyone else. Yeah. But hey, yours is in that category of destructive, if you really think about it. Yeah. But yours is so powerful that even like destruction can't even. Yeah. So, yeah. Everybody's like, man. Some of them, or some of the students that were just waking up in the, or not waking up, they were stayed awake because they think about that explosion. And I mean, everyone was thinking about that explosion. And they kid. And when they saw, or when Zumi, and can't believe that her own brother is a power user, not a quirk user. Because the power user is a very dangerous as user that is much more powerful than anyone could ever imagine. As she can't believe, and when she texted her mom about I'm still alive, it's as Inko did, or when she saw the explosion, she thought Zumi got killed, but then turns out she was still alive. So, as who did that to you? Who? Yeah. As she looks away, hey, come on, Zumi, tell us. As tears coming down her face, it was my brother, Zuko Midoriya. As she's crying, as she can't believe that her own, as she tells them that Zuko was born as a powered tier, not a quirked tier like rest of us have. What do you mean? But then Sashi remembers, oh, crud. What? Zumi. It's not your fault. Remember her Inko? As he tells, do you remember remember there's a tier list of quirkless, quirked, and then powers? And powers are more dangerous than quirks? Yeah. Well, we have the most dangerous one of them all. absorb powers. Or its full name is actually absorption explosions. Or nuclear explosions. So, yeah. So when... And no, it's not... It's the... Because you know how flames... But Zuko actually has a quirk, too, with it. So, he was born with it, not a... So he's a new type. So he's a... Between quirkless... Or, no. Between quirks and powers category. If he figures out how to combine... or if he figures out... Yeah. So... Yeah. But then... Yeah. He has his parents' quirk, so he was born with it. So... So, yeah. So he knew that... But when he went to bed, his body fused its powers, or his powers, with his quirk that he was born with. And, yeah. When it did, it became like evolving the quirk and the power to fuse them together to create the ability. And that is more dangerous than anything in the world. So, yeah. So he has the absorption of flaming nuclear bomb. So basically, he can control flames and nukes. So he can use like basically similar tactics to this guy using the supersonic blast. And sorry if my voice is a little bit like off center, because last night I was trying to like play a game, like doing parkour, and someone blocked, or a couple people blocked me. Not like blocking on like in the chat box thing, but the actual like character blocking another character. So yeah. So then yeah, without that. So that's why you do not block someone that's could rage real quick. So yeah. So yeah, So Zuko Midoriya, or let's get it back into the what if. So yeah, Zuko, as they're like, man, you're bright and early. Huh, yeah, as Kirigiri says that to Zuko. Huh, yeah, but still kind of off about something. And then that's... Hey? It's like... So, yeah. Zuko goes... Or so Kirigiri takes him to the Quark Doctor so that as the Quark Doctor did a test on him and found out that Zuko's powers has evolved into abilities. And in this what if universe is way powerful than anything in the universe. So, as Quirk Doctor says, you have the ability now because you used to be in both categories, but now you created your own new category. As they thought, oh boy. Or he thought, oh boy. Is it going to be the ability category? Yeah. So then now a time skip to All Might versus All for One. As All for One's about to kill All Might, and of course shoots a beam of light as Zuko doesn't need to feel, or he doesn't need to, as because the sorry. So Zuko's is no one, or he does care about All Might and his family, as when Zuko heard that All for One was using him for his personal gains, Zuko got mad. Like more than anything in the world. He's simply just my pawn. If you want him back, go ahead. But first, you'll die. As All for One shoots a beam of light at Zuko Midori, or at the All Might, as Zuko runs right past Shiraki-sen, as he runs, as he absorbs the attack, as his own meter, his own power. And before you guys start to ask, so before, off screen, the government and girl actually hired Zuko to join to get some insights on, So then, So when Zuko absorbed the attack, as his body was now, he literally evolved his own body. As he looks at All for One with terrifying eyes as he says this, as you will not use me or anyone ever again, All for One. As Zuko's power, as it transfers into his left arm, as he comes in, and as he swings, as he punched All for One with enough force of the blast was, enough force of the blast was, caused the massive explosion, sending, you know how Boo, in the BU from Dragon Ball Z guy, was, well, Zuko, who's as All for One gets punched right in the chest, and he got sent flying. And All for One was in his prime, so yeah. And he sent the citizens and everyone else around him flying in different directions. Yeah. With that much power, I would have been, like, not taking over the world. As the government girl, like, is smiling, serves the symbol of evil, right? Because one of the when the government girl came and she knows that undo those handcuffs. Why? He's a villain. As she's basically says no, he's actually a, because Zuko actually got hired by the government girl. So she tells them that he's my employee, basically co-worker for it. And Zuko, good job on defeating All for One. Yeah. Sorry if it gave all of you a scare. Yeah. So, I'm a potato. Eh? Oh. So yeah. Zuko at this point is an unstoppable force to be reckoned with. Like, he, in this alternate universe, or in this what if, Zuko is like the Vegeta. But if Zuko had, like, there's this new Delver that I created yesterday, and it was called Wonder or Darkness of Wonder. Oh. And it basically Wonder Fruit basically it's a most powerfulest Delver fruit in the world. Mix it with dark fruit and you get yourself basically a force of destruction, because you can inflict pain onto others just to heal yourself from damage, basically. Like, basically a phoenix, but on a way more powerful side. And as you could also take a person's power. Or you can take people and make them your allies. So if Blackbeard ever had that Delver, he would have made the entire world his allies, and then he'll become a king of the pirates. Parents with that much power. So that's what Zuko has as his abilities. as as the he's yeah Zuko joins UA Class 1A to learn how to control his powers, as he was a top student, the most dangerous one too. If yeah, but he hugged or so one night before he went to bed, his sister there actually was she hasn't seen him in a long time, and she can't even control herself when because it brings her like as Zuko walks over, he does hug his sister as he doesn't like absorb her powers. It's not that kind. It's more of a or not takes away powers. It's just the absorbs them. So so yeah, Ochako ends up remembering that Zuko is Zumi her basically Zumi's brother. Her friend's brother, so nothing weird about yeah. So Chaco walks over and asks Zuko to go on a date and yeah, all that stuff, and she gets married and had 3 kids. And all 3 of them have powers, abilities, and quirks rolled into one. So yeah, the powers part or the abilities can be controlled or held. Like basically it waters down the quirks to like yeah, all that stuff. So but Zuko when the quirk doctor told him that the quirks will manifest and users can't be controlled or cannot control their quirks anymore. As and you do me one favor, sure. After you go to like when you're after the battle, I want you to take the entire quirks for yourself. Like everyone's quirk to be inside your body. As he does look away from as the government girl tells him what's wrong. I could tell well the quirk doctor told me to take everyone's quirks away from them and put them inside my own body. Yeah. Because of the whole, like, they can't be controlled by powers and all that stuff. Well, yeah, as a quirk doctor, or so the government girl says, yeah. As they did build a machine before, ready, Zuko? As, yeah, I'm ready. As Zuko grabs onto the chair, as they plugged in stuff into his back, as the as he lifts it up, and as they activate the beam hymns of light thing, and like it basically took the entire world owns quirks, like everyone's quirks, left everybody's bodies and went right into his, as he's trying to, like, he's sweating, and as it's painful for him as the power is drained out of everyone else, like quirks leaves everybody's, as they all went into his body, as the and when Zuko came back to, and the all of his powers, or so the quirks, his powers and his abilities fused together to create a brand new hoof quirk. Or no, not even a quirk. A new tier list called Galaxy. So when he's in control of everyone's quirks, powers and abilities. Yeah. Galaxy's one is more like, Azuku's, it was like, as, because his Galaxy one evolved his body to the point that even he can never age, he can never die. He can, and yeah, do all that stuff. And he still hangs out with Ochako, Momo, Mina, everybody. But they don't have superpowers anymore. And so Zuko's the only one. As time progressed, when they got older and they all died, Zuko was the only one left on the planet. As Zuko looks around, as he sees the portal opens up, and what came out was many of his alternate versions of himself. Going from Doomsday Zuko, Zombie Deku, like every single Zuko was as with him. And they asked him to join their little Zuko clan, basically. And so they're like, okay. So then, because, yeah, they added another powerhouse. Or, yeah. So, yeah. To, like, see his sister one more time. He did bury all of them before, and, yeah. So he's so glad that he did, and he'll come back and visit once in a while. So, now, this is the end of the What If. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, and have a good night or day. Depends on time zones. And sorry for this being super weird, and sorry for my yelling at my dog. So, it's not abuse, it's the I'm not like whacking them into like beating them with a belt kind. No, I am not gonna do that. I'm just like yelling at them, not any. So don't call anyone, okay? About that. So besides the me, yeah, because last night I wasn't gonna have the good night. So bye. Peace out, y'all. Peace.